Okay. This is Blueprints. I know very little about the game and its gameplay other than the fact that it is puzzly, and I really enjoy puzzles, so... Yeah, no spoilers. And we're going to see how this goes. Loading.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Sizable estate,
The
it
above
seems.
provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Blueprints. Oh yeah, thanks, Natano. Day 1. "50 footsteps." Birds. What was the name of the mountain again? That's... Mount Holly. Okay, because, yeah, like, there's a spire that I guess sort of looks like a holly leaf, maybe? Interesting. That is not a normal rock formation. Oh, unless those are clouds enveloping something more normal, but I'm also willing to bet something unusual is going on over there. reflection of candelabra. Okay, there's stuff on the central table, stuff on that side table over by that door. Ace of spades and queen of diamonds. Okay, what do we have? Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. Oh, the symbol, the logo at the top of the page. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it looks that is the structure at the top of Mount Holly, and it looks kind of like a holly leaf, kind of like a pen nib. Okay. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. What is this? The Mount Holly Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log. Pressing RT. Antechamber. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Type: permanent, blueprint, rarity, not applicable. It is room 2. Directory. Steps. How much energy you have left for exploring. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1. When you no longer have any left, you must call it a day. And call it a day, don't do that. Not quite 9. 850. Queen of diamonds, ace of spades. There was something on this table. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 footstep. Must call it a day. Oh, and there's that Holly logo again. Select a room to draft. So closet will have 2 items, but is a dead end. Bedroom, whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. Interesting. Let's try a closet first. I want to see how the step counter works. So 1 step in, I'm in a closet rank 1. What are you? A single ivory die. You may use dice to roll new floor plans while drafting. A sleep mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5. Okay. That could be helpful for extending my stay. Yeah, okay, so the closet cost me 2 steps because it's a dead end, so in and out. Corridor is always left unlocked. Guest bedroom is a dead end, but has a lot of steps. I wonder what it means by is always left unlocked. I'm hesitant to pick the guest bedroom here. Yeah, all rooms for practical purposes cost 2 steps to move in and out of. But the dead ends sort of cost more because, yeah, because the step out does not get you to somewhere new. I don't know. I might not be valuing correctly. I'm hesitant to put a dead end here, but let's let's put the corridor down. Ride. Bridge. A hat. Pantry has 4 coins. Storeroom is a dead end with a key, a diamond, and a coin. Parlor has a puzzle. Let's see what kind of puzzle. There are 4 boxes in this room. There's only one box in this room. The gems are in the true box. Key? A rather curious wind-up key, a component of the parlor game. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Oh, is your friend Monsieur Lowry? There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize with it. The other 2 are always empty. Only one box in this room, 4 boxes in this room. The gems are in the true box. The other 2 boxes are lying, therefore this one must be the true box. Yeah, nice, easy start. 2 gems. Okay. Den. Another gem. Fireplace. These now say it is past 9:55. It was 8:50 when I first looked at a clock. Or wait, am I misreading the hour hand? No, it's nearly 10. Well, I have a lot of steps, but if this next room is not conducive, I might be locked in. Yeah. None of these will let me continue. So let's use our die. The dining room. A meal is served after rank 8 has been reached. Okay. Whenever you enter chapel, lose 1 money. What happens if I don't have money? Let's find out. +1 star for each time you've drafted observatory. Gem requirement. Sure, let's draft the observatory. The Fixed Stars. The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. A solid base for astronomy will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. The North Star, +1 gold. The Twins. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The Slice, +3 stacks. Dionysus Minor. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Key. Apples are extra delicious today. Gems. Draxus the Dead. Dead-end rooms are more common. The sale. Everything is 50% off today. L'Orealis, Bloom of the Sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers. Okay. So I expect I should see the North Star. Is it up the stairs? How does this work? Okay, this is probably controllable. One more turn. That looks rightish. There we go. North Star, gain 1 gold. Which I will promptly lose to the chapel, probably. Let's go this way. Food for sale. I only have 1 gold. This might not be the right call. But there's only one way to find out if it is or not. Dog food. Crowbar. And prayer. Okay, what do we got on this menu? Banana is good for +3 steps, but costs 2 gold. A club sandwich is 15 for 8. And bacon and eggs is 10, and add morning room to today's draft pool. Ah, and the main course, glazed salmon. Served only in the dining room, so this is once I reach rank 8. Lemon glazed salmon. Parboiled Cajun spiced salmon, lemon butter sauce, served over spinach leaf. 20 steps, plus an additional 10 steps if you have an aquarium in your house. Okay. Well, I... I cannot afford anything on today's menu. Pantry for coins might be good. I'm also curious what happens. So with the hallway and the courtyard, the right exit from the hallway goes into the wall of the corridor. And I am rather curious what happens in that case. Something to discover. Maybe not now. I think I'll take the coins from the pantry. I can also always have that discovery later. An apple. Four coins. And... Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. The apple was 2 steps. So 5 apples is 10 steps. And I could theorize what bananas and oranges are worth, assuming that this order sums to 50 steps, but... yeah. I feel like my goal is to learn stuff, whether or not, even if I occasionally make incorrect choices. Yeah, I think that. Okay. Climb the ladder. And this leads us back. I could take the money back and buy a banana, but that's only 3 steps, so net 1 step. That's not great. So we're just gonna press on. Donate a coin to the chapel. Yeah, it's not like I'm trying to get to room 46 on day 1. Costs a gem, spreads gems in each green room. Where that would be my first green room, I believe. I think I choose West Wing Hall to maximize my options. Yeah, I do have the mask, so the bedroom would be valuable. But I'm currently not running out of steps yet. And I think I'm worried that now that I don't have a die anymore, I could get locked into dead ends. Yeah, this is my only open doorway right now. Always left unlocked. So far, no room seems to have locked itself back up, but always left unlocked seems to imply other stuff can happen. View inventory of all items currently in the house. Okay, let's find out what that is. Although the hallway feels better for exploration. Let's just find out what this security room does. Cutscene. Cautious steps. The architecture in this room looks nothing like the much more traditional architecture elsewhere. But I suppose that will was signed in 1990. Or 1980, somewhere in that range. Oop. Ah. Oop, myself. Blue memos equal true, red memos equal lies. This is a blue memo? What does that say? Red memos equal lies unless written... Unless written Something hand? Not offhand, there's only one downward. There's only one downward mark. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. View estate inventory. The following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. Rich gems, keys, coins. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. This mode determines the default setting the security doors will be set to if power is lost during a blackout. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on the estate. Okay, so if I manage to take out the power systems, keycard doors will be unlocked. Security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 with a low setting and 5 or 6 with a high setting. Oh, I don't know. Let me just reduce all of our security. Log in to network. Terminal password. A. Okay. Wheatley hacking does not seem like a prudent way to get through that. Ah. A boarded up wall, that is what happens when you put a doorway against a wall. Sure. Blueprint, dead end, commonplace. Blueprint. Mechanical blueprint. Standard rarity. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonders, signs, and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. Named only by a number, despite the house's official blueprint only showing a total of 45 rooms, the words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in the house in fact exists. Finding this room is your primary objective while on the estate. It is, after all, your bequest. Rarity rumored. From its root meaning, the room before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. Kitchen was a shop. entry. Type entry meaning it does something when entered, I think. A private sacristy, as ornate as the most lavish rooms of the estate, is watched over by 8 Aegeran angels depicted in stained glass. This room was more a tribute to your uncle's vanity than it was to his faith. State-of-the-art surveillance equipment, inventory system, and access control. Patrol guards kick up their feet and thank their stars they are living in a modern age. So blue memos equal true, red memos equal lies, unless written. Could also be strange, but no, it's missing the E. I don't know. We'll have to puzzle over that. Coffee? Oh, blue and red memos. And a staff notice. Okay, more stuff in here. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password begins with an S. Security and laboratory. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access loggers are no longer required to grant entry. Seems like a lie. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. So if I had a way to deal with keycard doors, I would actually want more keycard doors. Because presumably the locked doors are otherwise annoying. Coffee? No coffee. No, nothing around like bold makes sense in that slot. Okay, well, we'll just keep exploring. Locked. Okay. Well then. The Nook lets us through. Nothing else does. A key. Hello. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Right, I really should, have a plan for making notes. Your mother, who is deeply into this game, has a full A4 notepad. A page for each individual room. Nothing else. Can't pick the courtyard. Spare room is my only option. Paint. Oh, tape roll. Commissary lets us continue. Oh, commissary requires gem. Okay. Let's see the lavatory. Because the red rooms are in a different category. What? Why? Herbert S. Sinclair, monogrammed. Is there a point to this room? Not that I can currently perceive. Okay. Walking back. I want to see what that locked door looks like now. Did it become... Yes, it turned into... It turned into that. Oh, interesting. Is it... Are those rooms forced to have windows? Because I just noticed those windows are on the exterior of the estate. I wanted to run back to something. What did I want to run back to? That was just... Okay, yes, the den also developed a boarded over wall. No reason not to use my footsteps if I'm done for the day. Boarded over. Security was 34. Okay, just noting down that at least on day one, I saw in the security a blue memos tell the truth, red memos tell lies, unless written question mark, question mark, question mark. At some point, I will need to actually set up OBS to capture my note document. What happens if I try to walk out the door? Interesting. This path is closed. Stuck. That other path looks open. I am unwilling to step over those flower beds, apparently. Oh, there's also a path down here. Okay, there's... This might be the main gate of the estate. Okay, that was a room transition. That gate is closed. And not even interactable. What's that? Fire? Hello? The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great-uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it today at any time from the blueprint menu to return to the campsite for the night. Some sort of doll? Bird? There is a 4-digit passcode. Okay. Imagine calling it a day when you run out of room to explore inside. And over here, I see some sort of bunker security door thing. Okay. Nothing interactable on it, though. Don't even see any sort of locking mechanism. Concealed? Not noticed so far. This leads back to by the campsite. Okay, and let's head back towards the house and the manor. And there were those stairs. Oh, interesting. I haven't been keeping good track of when I've been crossing step borders out here. because that was one of them. What's down here? Interesting. Boarded up doorway that seems to lead under the manor. There's windows down there. Is it possible to get down there? That is terrifyingly outside the bounds of the manor. I'm also noting conspicuous yellow pipe with white, red, and black nuts attached to this porch. Rotator. Long way down. Oh? It's dark. I don't like the dark. That might be a sconce. Is that how that's pronounced? I don't remember. Okay. If I'm spacing correctly, my path appears blocked and without light. I don't think I can easily perceive a way to fix that. Okay. And dark tunnel even further downstairs. It's blocked, but has unlit wall torches. Okay. Okay. That certainly seems like a day one. It is now past 3:30. Oh, getting hung up on flower beds. What just? Oh, make a wish. The well in front of the manor. Sure, why not? It took 1 coin. I'm not being prompted to continually throw coins in. Well, day 1. Well, as day 1s go, reasonable execution on my drafting, though not outstanding. My attention to detail continues to impress, and you would say I've learned substantially more than is typical of a day 1, despite my fairly middle-of-the-pack drafting success. Thanks. Okay, and this door does not make the key flash, and I have a key, so it's not key-based that's holding this door shut. It could be a latch on the far side, but I'm not sure if that's really what it is. Okay. Now let's call it a day. Tomorrow you will wake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory have been reset. Mount Holly west-facing cottage. West wing favored. Interesting. West-facing cottage, as if there are... Unless that's just a description of what I explored, because that west being the direction that most of my rooms explored, and cottage maybe just being, like, not that big. Yeah. Even continue. Oh yeah, you favor the west and filled 16 rooms. Day 2. Oh, interesting. I can look at the maps I had on previous days. Okay, I'm gonna take a break before we settle into day 2, but Yeah, this is proving quite interesting. Ah, welcome in, Alcidine. You have just joined. This is the start of day 2. I have completed 1 day so far. So, for reference, I am exploring this manor. This was my day 1 map. As I explore, I find various rooms and am theoretically trying to find the 46th room. Not entirely sure what's involved to get there, although the antechamber seems like it might be part of that process. The antechamber being that room all the way at the top. I start down here. These are the same. Yeah, and so I've got 50 steps as a resource in the top left corner. Let's take the pantry. Ah, it once again has an apple. 4 coins. Oh yes, I should mark down entry. "50 steps equals 5 apples. 5 oranges." Okay. Yeah, what's listed on the blueprint is what's guaranteed. The apple might not be guaranteed. Let's do the spare room. The nook is turning back towards the entrance. Still nothing in here. The den. The den lets me get out. Ooh, a breaker box. So far, the various clocks have all been in sync. I haven't made much sense of anything to do with them yet. I'm not sure, given that time seems to be passing at a fairly accelerated rate, if it's possible for me to run out of a day via time as well. I don't really want to use the chapel as a central path. I think we do parlor. Parlor games. Same instructions on the key. Yeah. At least one box displays only true statements, at least one box displays only false statements, and only one has a prize. The blue box is true. This box is empty. You are in the parlor. The blue box is true. You are in the parlor. Therefore, the blue box is true. The blue box is true, therefore the black box is true. There is at least one box lying. Therefore, the white box is lying about this box being empty. Two gems. Was it 2 gems last time? It might have been 2 gems last time. The ramp up on the parlor game is pretty slow, but it doesn't ever really stop. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Yeah, Altadine. So the first one, um, the 3 boxes were there are 4 boxes in this room. There is only 1 box in this room, and the true box contains the gems. There are, in fact, 3 boxes in the room. Having seen what gems are worth, I'm hesitant to spend 2 gems right away on a on the passageway, especially since one of those doors doesn't even work. Ugh. So kitchen and commissary would be dead ends. I guess I am placing the chapel and spending money. So the outside borders, indicate different classes of rooms. The yellow rooms are shops. They sell things, although the kitchen gave me additional information as well. Commissary might also have additional information. I've never been to the commissary. But the kitchen had 3 different food items for sale, as well as telling me what the dish of the day would be in the dining room. Chapel, so the red rooms, I've seen the chapel and the lavatory. The lavatory just seemed like a do-nothing dead end. The chapel has decent connectivity, but costs money to move through. Here, let me pull up the index. Yeah, so there's 45 blue rooms, and then the 46th room, which I suppose might also be a blue room. I didn't actually go to any bedrooms yesterday, even though I had a bonus for visiting bedrooms. Hallways just seem to have nice connectivity. I've seen a few green rooms, but apparently not picked any. Shops, and yeah, I don't really know what's up with a room one might go to great lengths to avoid showing guests, despite them always probing for its location. Yeah, if you run out of open connections or block yourself into a corner, then yeah, you can't make any further progress that day. Do I run back and check the den exit just to explore? No, I think I go through the chapel first. 1 coin, tithed to the chapel. Yeah, and you start the day with 50 steps. You can find things that boost steps. Bedrooms, for example, boost steps. Breaker box, or the utility closet and the closet are both dead ends. Which would at least have the benefit of I wouldn't be trying to get through the chapel repeatedly, but I think I do spend my gem on the drawing room here. I have no idea what you may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room is. Unless it's... So yesterday I got an item that allowed me once to spend the item and re-roll when I was drafting rooms. You may draw. I don't know. Let's find out what the drawing room does. Yeah, like it could mean re-roll. It's past 10. Oh, something here. Drawing. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items in rooms that allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Let's test this door, since this is the one that I currently have no way to get to rank 4. Yeah. the house is diegetic. How is it diegetic? I have no idea at this point, but all indications have been that all of this nonsense is diegetic. The Nook. The Nook lets me get to rank 4. Before I get distracted by that, I feel like I may as well... Yeah, I'm not actually required to enter a room once I have connected it. Closet seems good. Get me 2 items, let me keep moving. You think I should fill out the low ranks before I run away? Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I may as well fill out the adjacent connection before I run away. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can get the closet even if it means I don't actually worry about filling off that corner. Into the closet is 1. Okay, I get a key and a die as my 2 items. And in here... Okay, same... The black pieces of paper seem to be the slightly fourth wall breaching instructions. And yeah, the guaranteed key from the Nook. I think I'm going to the observatory. Yes. Each time I go to the observatory, there will apparently be +1 star. Where the constellations you see seem to have effects such as +1 gold, Ooh, the twins will give me trunks if I go all the way back to the entrance hall. Quite far. Southern Cross seems like a nice one. Oh, I've only got 2. Where is... Oh. It is already positioned. Two stars in the formation of the twins. Oh, it remembers where you put it? Okay. Yeah, I was worried I was going to need to run around again. Okay, so... Today I want to go back to the entrance hall at some point. The security spends my last gem, but is a nice room to have. I might just do the hallway. Hallway and security have the same connectivity here. In both cases, just a single exit. Yeah, I think I'll save my last gem. Yeah, the right exit will... Yeah, they're both going to waste a doorway. The storeroom is a dead end, though, so... Given that this is my only frontier forward. It's hallway or security, and I think I pick hallway just to reserve my gem. Yeah, I'm not going to redraw until I'm... Or, I'm not going to redraw while I'm in this awkward position. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. I don't know if the note that I saw in security on day 1 is still correct. West wing, I think, just refers to the left half of the map. So, like, on my day 1 map, it's described the cottage I explored as west wing favored. So on day 1, I found a note in security that said, blue memos tell the truth, red memos tell lies, with this almost imperceptible, like, scratched out except the bottom few millimeters of the text, something that kind of said, unless written, and I couldn't decipher the last words. Oh, specifically the furthest columns. Okay. Red. Let's bring more likely. Okay. That was in the hallway. Let me also mark it. Let's do the bedroom. Get some steps. Snooze. What are you? Oh, a sleep mask. That's nice. I got that yesterday, but I didn't actually encounter any bedrooms because I kept drafting against them. Greetings from Reddington. Reddington is written in red, which could mean nothing. That might be near here. Given that we are in a mountain range. Okay. Is this the first painting that I've been able to inspect? That might be Herbert's wife, which did we get her name? I don't remember. She has some sort of moon pendant on. Partially obscured. Okay. Oh, we might we got the name of whoever it was who had the idea of the parlor game. I think that's the person whose wife's name we had. I don't know. Donks. Chess piece. Yeah, no other portrait has been inspectable yet. Curious. That is quite the end table there. Okay, this is still our only way forward. Let's use one of our keys. The commissary is not a dead end, but it's not great. I think this is my reroll. Yeah, pulling back down to 4th rank. And leaving me only one possible exit. I would likely be re-rolling after the commissary, and the commissary takes a gem, so let's redraw. Dining room, better. If I make it to rank 8, which, who knows, the special of the day will be served here. Let's take the storeroom, get another gem. A coin, a key, and a gem. Okay. Oh, locked. My exploration appears to be coming towards an end. I guess I take the commissary. Let's see what another shop looks like. Sale 50% off day 20 and 21. Darage of blocks. Oh no, oh no. Okay, it maybe isn't powered yet. Anything in the trash? No. Annual Maids Day sale. 2 days only. All staff welcome. Okay. What? Oops. Oh, I apparently haven't hit the start button yet. Room directory? There we go. That's what I wanted anyways. Oh no, it's a shop. Okay. Right. I didn't need to pull this up. Commissary. Sale 50% off. Day 20 and 21. Well, it is currently day 2. My assuming that that's the same notation. And so like the big day 2 in the top right here. Oh, another red note. Without? With? What? What? Oh. Okay, another of these same notes. Seems to contain the same thing. Still just really has a readable S, and I'm hesitant to make guesses at what's on the right. With pilot picture? Without? Question mark arrow. Planter box? Oh no, and, well, I don't know how much to trust red notes, but the commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Just from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Sure. Okay. For sale today, 1 gem, a magnifying glass, a shovel, or a set of 4 gems. I have no idea what the magnifying glass or shovel do. I'll decline to spend at this time. I think. What? Are we in a dead-end situation? Last key. We are in a dead-end situation. Because security only has exits forward and left, and I'm currently moving to the south, it is unfortunately a dead end. Let's do security so I can see if we get the same thing about, and I'm gonna buy the magnifying glass with all of my money. Entrance hall is rank 1, but it actually has exits to the left and right that I just didn't check. Inspect documents of the estate more closely. Okay. Yeah, only a dead end in that I can't get to higher ranks this run. Hey, look. It's Simon P. Sinclair. Aha! Unless written by hand. Oh, Simon P. Jones, not. Oh, the deceased was Sinclair. Simon P. Jones is the character's name, which I am. Yeah, Herbert S. Sinclair. Yeah, great uncle. I'm actually gonna write down Herbert S. Sinclair and Simon P. Jones so that I can remember that. Yeah, magnifying glass value. Are these notes different? Okay, no, these notes are the same. Let me mark. Yeah. The antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. But this is a lie. And yeah, I'm gonna lens the terminal password in a moment. I'm just writing down literally everything. Higher ranks of the estate. Likewise. As a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely be locked as you progress north. I don't think there's anything of note here. Yeah, okay. Let's... Swan Song. Yeah, what an OP magnifying lens. Okay. Well, since there's not much else I can do, let's log in and see what's inside. 3 trunks. What? What? So the twins put 2 trunks in the entryway. There are apparently 3 trunks and 1 car keys in the estate. Where is the 3rd trunk and where are the car keys? I have not seen a car, but that's not going to stop me. Wait. Okay, no, that is the alphabet. Okay. Ignore me. Huh? Oh, I only just noticed that there's a submit button. Okay. Ooh, dial-up. Remote terminal access. Electronic mail. Glossary of terms. Oh. Punching out. Staff announcements. Request schedule change. Special orders. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly and all domestic staff have been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more detail. November 4th. I'm gonna need to check the other page to see when the punch cards were instituted. Saturday, November 7th. Okay, well, we now have a calendar correspondence. I think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon, so if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Or no. This was announced November 7th. I don't know if that first thing will update. I'll have to come back on another day to confirm if Saturday, November 7th equals day 2. Your friends in faithful service. Request schedule change. Temporarily suspended because all staff has been suspended. Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. What? Let's put a special order in for the Sledgehammer, my favorite brand of gum. Yeah, it takes 1 to 2 days. Okay, remote terminal access. Connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using RTA, but there are no other active terminals. Laboratory and shelter. I wonder if the shelter is that outside structure. Email. The permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Electronic mail requires. Data transfers? Data transfers from Cinca are not currently available. Cinca? No idea. Glossary of terms. Darage blocks is in the glossary. Rooms are considered adjoined if they are connected to each other via a doorway. Fair enough. Bedroom. One of the most common types of rooms. Bedrooms are typically used for resting and regaining steps, identifiable by the order. Call it a day, ends the day. Color. Violet is bedrooms, orange is hallways, green is a green room, yellow is shop, red is a red room, and blue for blueprints, which seem to be the numbered rooms. Dead end. Any room lacking a second doorway. If a room ever has additional doorways, not considered a dead end, even if those are blocked. Yes. Directory. Let me access the directory at any time. Dirigible blocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigible blocks. To the dismay of board members of staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. Drafting. The action of selecting a floor plan from 3 options. The draft pool, the total collection of currently available floor plans. Yes, I have seen one of the dishes that was available in the kitchen yesterday described itself as adding a specific room into the drafting pool. So presumably that room is not normally accessible. Draw. To illustrate the difference between drawing and drafting, remember that 3 floor plans are drawn, but only 1 is drafted. So the one that is placed is drafted. Okay. Oh, there are so many things in the glossary. East wing. The 9 rooms that border the very right edge. Okay. Entry. Triggered on entry. That's what I guessed. State refers to all the explorable areas of Mount Holly, including the rooms currently drafted, as well as the grounds. I have been around the grounds a bit. The house, on the other hand, is only referring to the current rooms as shown on the Mount Holly blueprint. So the estate is everything. The house is just the blueprint. Exhaust. When your steps reach 0, you are exhausted and too tired. One question that I think I would prefer to find out the answer myself. Yeah, so don't answer this, but I'm curious, when steps reach 0, do I immediately call it a day, or can I explore the current room? Actually, I can test that myself. If I make it back to the grounds. The life of every room begins as a floor plan, a square paper sketch drawn by an architect from a pool of potential ideas, the draft pool. Yeah, crossing thresholds is what costs stats. Gems are valuable resources to draft floor plans. The glossary of terms is in the glossary of terms, so that you can learn about the glossary of terms. Gold coins. Green room. Green border. Associated with outdoor areas and gardens and are naturally synergistic with one another. One of the green rooms that I did see, I think it was the patio, described itself as spreading gems to other green rooms. So that kind of synergy, I guess. The outdoors areas of the estate. Many areas of interest, including the campsite, apple orchard, and west path. Yes, those are things that I noted. A hallway. Orange. Often contain many doors. I don't know if there's a west door to the house. I was not able to go to the west path. The gate would not budge. I don't know if it was locked or what. It would not take a key. The 45 floor plan grid of Mount Holly. Only the currently drafted rooms are part of the house. I still have no idea why, but I can view the previous layouts. Items, special items, that's resource items. Yes, resource items also count as items when a place gives items. Objects found on the estate must be left behind whenever you call it a day. Also some unique special keys. Electronic powered doors. Those are locked. Mechanical, I have seen that. Security and the utility closet were both mechanical. Often heavy in mechanics and often contain control systems that can interact with other elements on the estate. Okay, yes. Because the utility closet can presumably cut power to the keycard doors, as well as security has some controls over the locked doors. Yes, items are left behind, so I would need to rebuy the magnifying glass. Or find the magnifying glass. For example, the closet has 2 random items, which can include resource items. But like I found the sleep mask in a closet once. The bedroom apparently randomly had a sleep mask, so I don't know if that was specific to bedroom plus sleep mask as a chance, or if bedrooms can contain random items. We'll find out. The network. The network is named Blackbridge. That seems potentially relevant. Permanent. Most things reset. It's the nature of the house. However, a few things are permanent and are usually marked as such. Each row of rooms in your house make up a rank. Yeah, I guessed that eventually. There are 9 ranks listed on Mount Holly's official blueprint. However, among the staff, whispers of a 10th rank can often be overheard. Rarity? Yep, commonplace, normal, uncommon, and rare. Redraw. Art room. Powerful expansion options, but come at a dangerous cost. Like, the chapel costs money every time I move through it. It looks like the gymnasium also has an entry condition. I'm not sure what that is. And dark room, I'm guessing being dark is a problem. I don't know why the lavatory is a red room. Like, the chapel is well connected, 3 doors. Powerful expansion option. The lavatory has to be hiding some kind of secret then. Surely. Reset. Security locked. Shop. Ooh, the locksmith is a shop. Special floor plan. Special item. Spread. When a spread occurs, items are randomly distributed across all rooms currently active on the estate. The more rooms in your house, the larger the spread. Yeah, it was nice how the locksmith room was shaped like a keyhole. Stars. There are several ways to increase the amount of stars visible in the night sky. The easiest, of course, is drafting observatories. But there are other ways. State-of-the-art computer terminals. Central local network, Blackbridge. The alphabet's a little broken. Terminal is on the M to S page. Tomorrow. Rooms that provide benefits in the future. Tomorrow rooms with a clock signal. The coat check. The mailroom. The sauna. Small wooden chest often found in rooms, always locked. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, so I needed to take keys to the trunks to actually do anything with them. Although it's also possible that, given that I can't explore new places, finding items may not have been that useful. Yeah, I could find some keys. Yeah, that's true. There are some open doors. The West Wing rooms. Yes, very left edge. Okay, and that's it for the glossary. Are we done? We are done exploring the network. But yeah, there is a trunk that I don't recognize here, and there are keys. Don't see anything in this room. Some kind of dress and a cot. Or maybe a military dress? I don't know. Car line to car stealth. Yeah, same thing, just a swan song. I can't actually inspect that. What can I possibly glean from this being a lie? Does something happen on day 12 to day 16 that is not the commissary being closed? Curious. Because we know that red notes not handwritten are lots. The one about the antechamber being unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry does feel like it's communicating to me that access levers do a thing. That I will need to find access levers. Let's just hope that Great Uncle Herbert did not buy those access levers from Mon-Thur. If he did, we'd still be locked out. Nothing of note on this page. Oh, I really want to try the magnifying lens on the portrait in the bedroom. I don't see car keys or a trunk. Yes, if you enter the chapel with 0 coins, nothing seemed to be deducted last time. Oh, car keys. A spare set of car keys. Sure, why not? The only car left on the estate should be in the garage. Should be. I'm gonna go in here, see if there's a trunk that I overlooked. I don't know what a trunk would look like. Oh, that's a little model, architectural model. Okay, don't see anything in here. Oh, you know where the trunk is? You spotted it but didn't point it out. Is it in the bedroom at the foot of the bed? No, that's just, oh. Wait, that looks like something, but... Let me know if I'm about to pass the trunk. Given that I know that there's a trunk. I would like... I think I would like that. Oh, I wanted to inspect this. I'm not seeing anything on the lunar pendant, but this kind of image, there could be details hidden in the hatching. Maybe, maybe. Maybe not. Not seeing anything new in this portrait. I still don't know why we can inspect this portrait. Okay. Yeah, that was a typeset note. So all 3 bread notes I've seen are... So doors in the West Wing are not more likely to be locked. Oh! I can spin the globe. The globe does not look... This is an interesting globe. It does not match the one I'm familiar with. I don't think it's a perspective change. Well, there's a lot of map here I don't know what to do with yet. There's dotted lines connecting portions of it. There's also something clock or compass-like under the globe. Does not move when the globe spins. Ampersand. I don't think there's anything new up here. May as well check. These were controls that allowed me to position the telescope. course. Nothing in here. Back to the drawing room. It's getting late. It's 5:30. This has been a reasonably long exploration. Nothing in here seems to be interactable. Through the chapel. Oh, that's the holly symbol at the top. The Mount Holly symbol. Wait. Watched over by 8 Aegeran angels depicted in stained glass. There are 4 stained glass walls between the left and right wall, 1 stained glass on the back wall, and 3 stained glass on the front wall. Exactly 8 stained glass. Most of these stained glass images do depict something that could be described as an angel. The Mount Holly symbol, I would not have initially called an angel. Curious. I have no idea if that's relevant, but I'm just gonna keep noting things. Oh, hey, there's a bishop in here. I'll show you when we get back to the entrance, but this symbol of kind of a pen nib flanked by holly, yeah, seems to be associated with the mountain itself. Oh, they're also numbered. 1 is a farmer. 2 is a chef. 3 also reads to me like farm. Yes, 1 and 3 feel like farming. 4 is a chimney sweep. 5. 5 is a maid with a broom. 6 is an equestrian. 7 was in the back. Like a regent? And then I guess 8 is the holly. Oh yeah. Motion headache, sorry. I'm trying to keep motions controlled, but I am not the best at that. This was the parlor. Swan Song. Maid's chamber is less likely to find items laying around in your house. I am about to pass the trunk by. Well, let's take the breaker box. The trunk is in here? What? Oh, hello there. Okay. Trunk, always locked. Well, let's mess with the breaker box. Possibly if I get a screwdriver. That looks like it could be. Those screws are detailed. $31. Utility closet. Breaker box. Panel with flathead screws. Breaker box. Danger, toggling breaker may result in... Yeah, it doesn't look like I can magnifying lens here. System on gymnasium. Default on. Room default on, which surprises me a little. I would expect the dark room to default to off. And the garage default off. VAC indicators. 6 lights. Red. Decode. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of textual descriptions. I have turned off the darkroom. Let's just flip. Okay. Yeah, next time I should set up a capture for my notes doc. Nothing in this spare room. I got the car keys and the missing trunk. Okay, there's a trunk. There's a trunk. Both locked. The billiard room. Oh yeah, let me show off. So the letterhead of the initial letter from my great uncle has that same symbol with Mount Holly, as was apparently marked as the 8th angel in the chapel. And also, if we look out, oh, it's getting kind of dark. Mount Holly does not look like a natural rock formation. That same kind of structure. It's in the billiard room. A dartboard. Plus, minus, times, divide? What? Can't seem to interact with the billiard setup. I definitely could interact with the dartboard, but I wanted to see if I found anything informative before I started throwing darts at the wall. $18. What? 18, 11. Did I get those by chance? I already tried that. 18, 11, 19. What? Oh, I should try 19 first as well, yeah. And 19 doesn't do anything, so it's 11, 19. 11, 19. Why is it 19? I don't know. What if you had 11 after the 11-19 configuration? Resets? Did... Plus, minus, times, divide. It seems to have Retained state. Just gonna keep power punching until I start to understand what potential patterns may be present. Yeah, brute force. I did 20 earlier. I'm wondering if it's 8. But at this point, I'm gonna stick. It was 8. Nine plus 5 is 13? No. 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. 15 minus 7 is 8. Five times 9 is 45. Oh, first here was blue and blue, then blue and yellow. Now we're blue and pink. This is probably multiplication. 4 and 5 is 20. Multiple operations? 15 minus 10 is 5, times 3 is 15. Ho ho! An electronic keycard. Opens electronically powered security doors. I turned those off. Also, I haven't encountered any. Yeah, that is not precisely the reward I needed. Well, it was interesting. Okay. It is getting darker. It is 8:05. Yeah, I learned something, and that's what this game is about. I don't expect this door to do anything different. The west path door. Yeah, there are room transitions out here just like there are inside. Let's see if the lights I flipped did anything to the lower area. That's boarded up. Maybe a sledgehammer will get me in? Unfortunately, I don't have a key, or, I don't have a coin to wish upon the well. Oh yeah, Altadine. There are windows or porticos? I remember the architectural word. Oh, I never went right from the entrance hall. Good call. There are things carved into the cliff face that are very much not inside the manor. Not inside the exterior footprint of the manor. Okay, this is still dark. I'm not gonna poke around in there. I don't like 3D dark. I don't like navigating dark areas in 3D. And I got the sense in my previous exploration that I probably wasn't meant to get through there while it was dark. Yeah. Oh, left trigger seems to be a run. What do we got? A wine cellar for all my gem needs. A conference room. Whenever items will be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Oh, right. I'm not against the wall. So yes, conference room is in fact the more interesting choice. Oh. Yes. Okay, there's also stuff on the notepad. Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. This is room... I don't know why I'm indexing by room number. 43. Ew. All conference notes. Place them in the office safe. It's a lie. What am I supposed to do with a lie about a safe code? Well, it goes in the notes. Okay, none of these other pages. You got one potential code down. 9,999 to go. Nothing on any of these other pages. Sorry to Alcidine and anybody else, including myself, for all of that moving around chairs. Spreading items. Yes, I have guessed a bit about that. Apologies for the way I had to move to get around those chairs. Very jerky. Some special rooms allow you to spread the immediate place in several of the rooms. I also like how rooms with windows placed on the edge of the manor of the house um, actually show exterior views. I'm somewhat curious if these rooms that have windows can only be placed on the exterior. Boudoir is... Gives me one more room. And is a bedroom. Is that a... Yes. Merry Christmas. The safe is new. The safe is being unwrapped. The safe was a Christmas gift. I don't know what we can glean from that. Come on, enhance. I am getting absolutely no information about the safe code. Oh, interesting. I can put the magnifying glass down. I don't think that helps. Well, I made it here with the magnifying glass. I... Two... This photo... The safe is being unwrapped as a Christmas gift. Maybe that will be a useful detail. I have no idea. Okay. No, let me also note nothing on magnifying glass. Both for this and the portrait. Oh, I forgot to check the greetings from Reddington in the other bedroom. Music box. Gramophone. Oh, coins. Excellent. I will be able to make a wish. The East Wing Hall presumably only appears on the East Wing. Let's just place the bedroom. This roof structure, this ceiling implies that there is an angled roof there. Who designed this house? The adjoining rooms do not have such a slope. Ooh, a key. I can get into one of the trunks. Oh, and something on the desk. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles, and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. KL? I don't think there's going to be anything here, but sure, why not? Great. That's cool. Let's open a trunk. Gems. Not particularly useful. It is after 9. Let's make a wish. If I can. Yes. I'm gonna make a wish every day that I can. Until I find some indication. Yes, I want to check out Greetings from Reddington. While I'm here, I'm close enough that let's just quickly look at the... campsite. Yeah, the door is still closed. I don't expect anything to have changed based on what I did in the breaker. Orchard. Okay. Back to the bedroom. Birds. I have so many movement points, I may as well spend them somehow. I will get to donate to the chapel, I believe. Yes. Sure, why not? Through the nook. Through the observatory. Here was the bedroom. I do not know if this is pareidolia, but the under the patch of yellow on the left, that looks like a 3. And towards the right, it looks like a 5 above a 0. I don't know if I am seeing things where there is nothing. And that looks like an A towards the middle of the magnifying lens. Those are visible without the lens. Hard to make out. But that's not a code. Only 3 digits. And not reasonably spaced. Oh, I'm just going to put A350 in my notes. Sure, why not? Yeah. It's not it's not unreasonable to claim that these things are written like that. Or these things could be text. But the structure does not feel like a code the way they're currently written. The row of 4 windows. There? I'm not getting anything out of that. Mysterious. Hmm. I'm not spotting anything else. That spire looks odd, but doesn't read as a digit to me. I don't know. It might just be paranoia. Okay. $16. Oh, that's a bedroom. Don't use that to pick. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Yeah, you have used all your steps and must now call it a day. Yeah, you have a couple seconds of grace, it felt like, but it's going to end the day for you. Reached rank 5. Total rooms 23. Steps taken 85. New rooms 10. Yeah, it seems extraordinarily rare to run out of steps upon opening a new room. That makes sense. A mid-sized villa. And I think I'm going to pick save and quit since this does seem like a good time to end the stream. Yeah, a decent spot to call it a night. Yeah, the little loading indicator is also that Mount Holly. Okay. Yeah, so that was a bit of blueprints. It's worth noting that as far as you know, there is no way to save and quit midday. You have to end the day to quit. Yeah, that was my suspicion, and I didn't want to waste day 3. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, and I kind of expected that. No quick save is probably makes things a little bit easier in terms of what has to be managed for persistence, so I understand. But yeah, we got 2 days into blueprints and explored quite a bit, it felt like. I'm sure there is loads and loads more, but it felt like we made a lot of progress for just the first 2 in-game days. And yeah, I will. Today is Wednesday? No, today is Thursday. Okay, so I'll set up the screen capture for next week. We will resume on Monday. Yeah. So yeah. I had fun. I hope you all did too. And I'll see you on Monday.